Hey guys, welcome to day 3 of Veganuary. Today I'm going to be talking about the fact that I almost cut off my finger. And this actually has a lot to do with the reason why I'm vegan, so I'm going to tie it all together. But I want to start by saying, please bear with me, because this is the first time I have ever publicly talked about my ethical stance regarding veganism and why I'm a vegan for ethical reasons. So I'm very much going outside my comfort zone today, and I just want to say if anything that I say makes you feel uncomfortable or it's something you disagree with, that's totally okay. I'm just sharing my point of view and my experience, but I do invite you to ask yourself, if you are uncomfortable, why that is. And in my opinion, there is something you can do about it, which is go vegan. Okay, so muddling my words because this is very much outside my comfort zone. So basically, last night I had my worst kitchen accident that I've ever had, and I definitely cut myself with knives before, but this one was the worst one. I basically sliced off the top of my finger, so the nail just came off, and it just really got me thinking about pain, and I've been in a lot of pain since it happened. And honestly, that's one of the reasons why I became vegan, because I found out that thousands and thousands of animals are in pain at the hands of humans every single year. And they are beaten, their beaks are taken off, just taken off with no anesthesia. Their tails are chopped off. They are kicked, they're prodded, and they have medical issues, they hurt themselves. And I was so fortunate with what happened last night. Right away, I happened to see my Airbnb host, and I asked her if she had Band-Aids, and I was able to take care of the situation right away. But unfortunately, animals can't do that. They don't have the same voice, they don't have the same resources, and they are cooped up with many, many other animals. Even if they're free range, they're not totally free in the way you might think. And if you're not aware of the indecencies that go on in the animal industry, I do highly recommend watching the movie Earthlings. I actually tried to watch it once, and I only made it 10 minutes through. And yeah, if you can make it longer than that, kudos to you. It's very hard, I find, to watch animals in pain, to watch them being tortured. And I know there's people out there that are gonna say, oh, those are just, one-time incidents. And okay. Even if that were so, which I don't believe that is, I do believe it's, and this has been very documented in books, and people have taken cameras, and there's just a lot of documentation that these animals are abused every single day. But even if you say, okay, then that's just a one-time incident that's being captured every once in a while, the truth is that these animals are killed. They are killed for humans, and that's the only reason that they're being killed, and that they're not given the opportunity to live their full lifetime. And I would just invite you to think about, so we sort of have accepted that pigs and cows are, and several other animals are sort of the ones that are selected to be eaten. And I would just invite you to think about replacing those animals with another animal, like horse or dog. And just imagine that a horse or a dog is in the same situation that a chicken or a cow is in, or a pig is in, and how do you feel about that? And so like for me, that just didn't sit right. Like it just didn't feel good for me to think about any animal being in pain and its life getting cut short. Like, why? You know? So, you know, I just personally want to do as little harm as possible to the planet, to other beings, to myself. And that was, for me, I just couldn't stand by, like, knowing that if I were to consume something that some other being was in pain because of my choice, when I didn't really need to have that choice. Like, I could make a choice that didn't harm anybody. Like, it doesn't hurt anybody when I have a piece of fruit, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to share about how, like, I started to think about that because of the pain that I was in, and the resources that I had available that the animals in captivity just don't have. And so this is why I went vegan for ethical reasons, and why I stay vegan, and why I commit to vegan for the rest of my life, because I just want to do as little harm as possible, and I know that it just feels good for me. So I hope this has been helpful for you guys, and again, I'm really sorry if it made you uncomfortable in any way. I do recommend doing the research and looking this stuff up if this is the first time you're hearing about this, or if this is a reminder for you of what is going on. It's honestly, it's very, very, very hard for me. Like, if I look up on a website just even to get a number, or I look at an animal like in pain, it's like very unsettling. I just start crying. So yeah, it's really hard for me to talk about this subject, but I did my best. All right, so I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. See you soon. Bye.